Good morning.
Good morning.
You know what it means, Tristan?
It's time to split.
It's time to split, but it's been 24 hours since the sun went round the earth and it's morning again.
It is. It's like a weird light thing now. Woo, that's weird. Here we go. Yeah, we're in Split today. I don't know, it's hard to tell. It doesn't look the most amazing, exciting, pretty port like we've been into.
We are in the port.
It's not the most industrial one we've certainly been to either. So yeah, we have today a river cruise and a tour of the old town.
And
we also have a tour of the galley on board.
And the bridge.
Tour of the bridge. And a tour of the galaxy.
Yes, in the Planeterium.
Because we're going Star Trekking in the Planeterium. So, first of all, we need to load up on some coffee. And some Mamsens. Might have another waffle, I don't know, we'll see, but let's go.
Mamsens was really quiet this morning. We just loved the laid-back, chilled vibe for breakfast. Of course, we couldn't resist the famous or infamous waffles with brown goat's cheese. Have you tried it yet? Our excursion today was meeting in the Star Theatre. Viking don't really do a production show. Instead, the theatre is more about port talks and cabaret shows.
It's a little hot and noisy.
And noisy!
It's a little noisy and hot. Yay!
We were soon on the bus and the air conditioning and off for our first Split Old Town. Like much of this region, it has been made famous for film set backdrops to Game of Thrones. Split is the second largest city in Croatia and historically the most famous as a Palace of Diocletian built in the 3rd century. It was actually intended to be the retirement residence. You may recognise this location as the home of the dragons from Game of Thrones while in Mareen. The Cathedral of St. Dominus and its tower dominate the city skyline, and a favourite activity is to climb it and enjoy the stunning views. Thankfully, today we were all keeping our feet firmly on terra firma and enjoying an impromptu performance of local folk music. The giant statue is of Gregory of Nin, sitting just outside the old town walls, and rumour has it, rubbing the statue's big toe will bring you luck and grant your wishes. Our next stop for today is a boat trip up the Centina River. This stunning canyon is a popular location for canoeing, kayaking, whitewater rafting, and for the adrenaline junkies, you can even zip line across the canyon. Today, our tour ended at a restaurant to try some local food and wine. Sadly, the organisation at the restaurant left a little bit to be desired. What do you think? Ooh, yeah, it was good, wasn't it? A bit cool on the thing. The guy driving the boat was just asking me to drink the water, get in the water. I was like, I'll be fine, thanks. No, good. It was really good knowledge. He gave me a lot of good knowledge, so yeah.
Organisational skill of a gnat.
Yeah, it's the
Organisational skill of a gnat.
yeah. It's
Chaotic.
a
Yeah.
bit chaotic, but
That's fine, we'll get there
we're
now.
sitting down, and that's the main thing. It's in the
we'll get
shade,
there.
so happy. Ooh. Oh, thank you. Ooh. Time to head back to the ship for our behind-the-scenes tours. Good evening.
Good evening. Good afternoon. We got stuck in traffic, so we missed the bridge tour. Boo. Boo. But we're going to go and catch the Galley Tour now, so yay!
And we're going to go and see the universe.
Oh, and see the universe. Flying!
So good afternoon everyone. Once again, my name is Danesh. I am the executive chef on board, in charge of all the food production area in the whole ship. So all in all, we have 5 galley in the ship. So this is our main galley. We are just going for a tour of main galley. We have one deck down. We have a big galley for a crew. Our crew, we have around 460 crew. We have 8 cooks working over there. This is main galley. And we have one galley already, the World Cafe, the big galley, one pool grill where the burgers and everything serves, small galley, one in Explorer Lodge in the front, we have another galley. So this main galley we have on the other side also, so we start with, this galley is for the chef table, just outside in the restaurant, and this is our silent time where we have all the crew is on break. 2:30 to 4:30 is maximum break. If you come 6 o'clock, you can see screaming, shouting in the real hot galley when the service starts. So usually after 4:30 they start to come.
Although the kitchens were on break, it was fascinating to hear about the inner workings of the ship's galleries and see some of the preparation that goes into making these scrumptious meals. Viking Jupiter and Orion both have a planetarium on board, showing various shows, and we highly recommend booking if you're lucky enough to be on board these stunning ships. I think it's time for bed. Soon.
Not yet. It's time for Viking Vibes.
Viking Vibes. Ladies and gentlemen, Cruise Buoys present Viking Vibes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Are you ready to vibe? The Viking Vibes?
Viking Vibes. Do 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 do.
Don't do
It's
that
Viking
again.
Vibes.
Don't do that again. Creepy.
Anyway,
This evening we have a Jack and Ginger.
and a tequila sunrise.
One thing I do really like on here, the stirrers are little ship oars. If I show you the other side at the same time, you'll see they're
I
little
didn't
ship
realise
oars. They're
that.
like Viking paddles for the longboats. It's really cool. Sorry, little sad little
The
thing.
drink stirrers.
They're drink stirrers, but they look like that. They're modelled on that. So,
So today,
where were we today? Another UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Split. We're in Split.
We're in Split. Another UNESCO World Heritage Site.
And how hot was it today?
Stinking hot.
Pretty hot.
Stinking hot.
It was good. We it was
That's
nice.
okay.
Went around the palace. Our guide just got us lost in sort of the, I don't know.
Yeah, you'll have noticed the basement where we went at one point of the palace is actually the basement in Mareen where the dragons are kept. So everywhere around Croatia and this cruise is like the Lord of the Rings. No, not the Lord of the Rings. Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So we, it was good. We went and saw that, and then we walked around and looked at the other parts of Mareen, as in like.
Yeah, then we went on a 45-minute bus journey. Got the bus there.
And then we went
To get the boat there. We got the bus there to get the boat there.
Then we went on a nice cruise down the river, and it was really lovely.
Centina River, I'm going to say. Centina River.
Yep.
It was very
nice.
pretty gorge that you go through. It's a very, very pretty, very
There's
cool.
zip
to go down.
lines, there's
Canoeing,
canoes,
all
there's
sorts that you can do there. So
boating.
very cool, very fun.
We had lunch at the.
Well, it wasn't really lunch. It was like this
So-
sort of weird, like bread with olive oil and cheese and some meat and thing. And the ice cream people were doing well
Yeah, they
because
were.
everyone was hungry. I wasn't really fussed by that bit. That bit could have been ditched, I think.
Yeah.
And we could have just gotten off the boat and gotten on the bus and gone home.
Yeah.
Home, back to the ship, and had lunch here and been back an hour or two earlier, which would have been better than we sort of sat around in the restaurant for ages, not really eating stuff properly,
No.
and everyone just like,
And
oh,
then
I
it made
wanna
us
go
late
back.
getting back, and we missed
Our bridge tour.
So
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Go check
guys.
out the Ambassador one above because I went on a British tour on that one.
Yeah.
But no, it was still a good afternoon. We then went on the Galley Tour. And then this evening we've been in the Planeterium.
Yes.
That was fun. I tried to film a bit. It might not have worked. It might have worked a bit.
Some
might
guy
not.
fell asleep.
Yeah, he thought it was me. He's sitting there nudging me, and I'm like, it ain't me, bud. That's the guy behind. He's snoring away.
This was like full on snoring.
Then at the end, they turned the lights back on full high beam kind of thing, and the guy was still snoring next to it behind us.
Someone had to go and wake
the
him
woman
up.
had to like tap him and like, sir, sir, can you wake up, sir? And she's like, oh, it happens to everyone.
Not to us.
I think it happens to everyone.
It was cool. It was a 3D. It was 3D.
It was
so great. It was really
as
good.
I said, I tried to film a bit of it. It might have worked, it might not have, so we'll see. Then we had dinner in the main dining room. It was alright.
Yeah.
Meals have kind of gone downhill a bit since the start of the week. They're really good and still very good, but not as good. So.
And then we've just hung out in the Explorers Lounge tonight.
Yeah, it's been nice to watch the sunset. So tomorrow we are in Venice. It's not the last day of the cruise. We don't have. Well, it is the last day of the cruise, but we don't have to get off the cruise.
Tonight's the last night of cruising.
Yeah, this is the last night of cruising. And then tomorrow we're cruising in the morning. We are due into, I forget the name of the port now, Facina. We don't actually dock in Venice anymore, obviously, but we dock on an awful lot closer than a lot of cruise ships on Viking. So, Facina, and we're docking about midday. Yep. So we've got the morning on board, which is kind of like morning sea days. So that's nice to relax a bit. We might have to pack a bit. We're also going to go and see the next cruise sales guy. Watch this space. And as you might notice, the ship is bouncing like crazy tonight. That's why it's bouncing around. Let me move back to my other hand very quickly. It's bouncing like crazy tonight, the ship, for some reason. But yeah, and then we're going into Venice itself for a tour. And then we will spend the evening in Venice as well before sleeping one more night. And
then get up
one more night.
Anyway, we have to.
And then we have to get not unbelievably early.
Right.
Some people are getting up a lot earlier, but at 6 in the morning we have to be ready to leave the ship to go and get our flight home because flights are included with Viking. Boo! But we can see Josh. Yeah. Yay! And Elsie. Yay!
And Izzy.
Yeah, Izzy too. That's the cat for those who don't know. So yeah, come with us. We will see you there
in the morrow.
Bye.
So goodbye, cheers, ching ching, slonge,
bye.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, like, comment and share.